bread, pizza, desserts. I can't control myself. So 3 months ago, I ditched all the carbs and went full keto. But first, let's talk about the one thing that almost made me quit. The point of keto is to put your body into a state called ketosis. This is the point where your body stops using carbs and sugar for fuel and starts using fat to help you get shredded. But during this transition period, your body goes through something called keto flu. And this had stopped me from doing keto before. The first symptom I faced was brain fog. Ooh. I could not focus on anything. I could not get anything done. I felt like I had been hit by a train. Ah! I also would feel really nauseated at random spurts. My stomach would randomly just start to hurt throughout the day, and I would have to go lay down until it went away because it really just sucked. The last symptom I faced was because I didn't realize how much water you have to drink throughout keto. I would get a pounding headache that lasted all day long, and that did not add up very well. In addition to my brain fog and my nausea, I just felt really bad for the first 3 days. These 3 effects were enough for me to know that I want to stay in ketosis for as long as I could once I transitioned, and not transition out of it by eating too many carbs or eating too much sugar. But eventually, these symptoms did go away to be replaced by... Keto is pretty limiting on what you can actually eat. There are so many snacks that I could no longer eat, and I could no longer escape my problems with a dessert. My meals would basically just be a meat and some vegetable. That would be all. But sometimes, if I was a little crazy, I'd have some fruit. Hello, Mr. Strawberry.
Hello.
I'm not crazy, you're crazy. I longed for a burger. I longed for pizza. I longed for ice cream. But I couldn't. I couldn't eat any of it. After about a month, the urges subsided, and I was finally able to experience... I started to experience all the benefits. I even started to look a little better. Yeah, that's me. My energy level would stay the same throughout the entire day. I would no longer start to feel really tired at noon or 2 or whatever time, which was really nice and helped me be more productive. No, I don't want to eat you. That's an accurate representation of what I could say to all these carbs and sugars that I knew would throw me out of ketosis. And I got a lot better at self-control, and it was really a lot easier to eat right and only eat the foods that I should eat. And I ate a lot cleaner because of it. And this all paid off. I started off at around 207 pounds, but now I'm around 186, which is about 20 pounds over the course of 3-ish months, or 1.5 pounds every week. And this was really good because my diet was really the only thing that changed, and my diet ended up being really bearable after about a month because all the urges subsided, and I actually realized I learned a lot by not eating carbs and sugars, that I could still survive without them. But there are still some challenges to keto that won't necessarily ever subside. When hanging out with people, you often end up going out to eat, but this became a challenge because a lot of places aren't necessarily keto friendly. Let's take McDonald's menu for example. Out of all the items on here, none of them are actually keto friendly. And this was the case for a lot of different places. A lot of different places have some sandwich, which has bread, with a side, which usually had carbs. It was usually carbs with some protein, with some carbs on the side. And I could not use any of these carbs. So often what I had to end up doing is getting a salad. And these salads were usually very expensive, more than what I would normally spend. But they would also be less filling because they don't actually put that much meat on these salads because they rely on the lettuce to be much of the substance of the meal. But lettuce is actually barely any calories. So it ended up being a waste of money for me because I would just end up being hungry after. It became very extremely hard to eat out during keto. One of my biggest eye-openers was going to Denny's. When I went here, there's literally nothing on the entire menu that I could eat because most of their items are going to have carbs. I mean, it's a breakfast place, pancakes, waffles, all those items are extremely popular at Denny's. So I ended up having to get a build your own breakfast, which was 2 egg whites, 2 bacons, 2 turkey bacons, and 2 sausages. This was not filling at all, especially for the price of $16. It kind of just sucked, and that was insane to be so hungry after spending that much money. In most of these instances, I wish that I could have gotten carbs instead, because I ended up having to get a salad or some other option that left me feeling hungry after for more money than I would have spent on what I actually wanted to get. One of the best options for me to go was In-N-Out, because for only $12 I could get 2 double doubles lettuce wrapped, and these would fill me up, which I really appreciated. So I started using the In-N-Out rule for most of the time when I was going out. Would I enjoy this more than the lettuce wrapped double double? Most of the time the answer was no. Keto works, but for me, I could not stay in it forever. Like I said before, it makes hangouts really hard, and I just miss all the foods I used to eat. But I still learned a lot from keto. I pay a lot more attention to when I eat carbs now, especially how they make me feel. A banana? Good. A basket of fries? Probably not. I have a lot more self-control now to choose what carbs I eat and when, and I think that'll be super helpful as I'm transitioning out of keto to not gain all that weight back, and also just to live a healthy life in general. Keto taught me a lot of discipline and basically forced me to be healthy, and I'm really glad I did it. I think everyone should try keto at least once in their lives, so if you choose to do that, let me know how it goes in the comments down below, or ask me any questions that you may have. And smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.